Happy morning students. So today we start a new chapter, crop production and management. India's most important crops include cotton, tea, rice, wheat and sugarcane. Other important cash crops include jute, groundnuts, coffee, oil seed and spices. You know agriculture is the backbone of our India. Another central features of India agricultural economy is the raising of livestock, particularly on cattle, buffalo and goats. The cattle are used mainly as draft animal and for leather. As farmers increasingly use machinery, the number of livestock they raise will probably decrease. So what nowadays our modern farmers were doing, they were using machines. They were believing more than machines rather than animals. So they were using most of the machines. So the cattle, okay, so that is these are the livestock or probably decrease in nature. Buffalo is the main animal used for producing milk and dairy products. Milk production and distribution increased dramatically in 1990 because of a nationwide government supported cooperative dairy program. So our white revolution is milk. Sheep are raised for wool and goats are the main meat animal. Many Indians, particularly Hindus, refuse to eat beef for religious reasons, although they eat other meat, eggs and fish. The science that deals with the growth of plants and animals for human use is called agriculture. So agriculture includes soil management, crop farming, horticulture, animal husbandry. So what is soil management? The cultivation of soil. Crop farming, growing and harvesting of crops. Horticulture, growing and harvesting of fruits, vegetables, flowers and decorative plants is a study of cultivating the crops. Animal husbandry, the breeding and raising of livestock including poultry. The lands where plants are cultivated is known as field. Okay, so what is field? There is like a hectare or whatever the square feet which we need necessary to cultivate the plant. So that is referred as a field. Plants grow in large quantities in field are known as crop plant of crops. Okay, so it is otherwise called as crops. When plants of same kind are grown and cultivated at one place on a large scale, it is called crop. Okay, so particularly when you are cultivating the wheat or like a hectare, okay, hectare range, so what happens? So that is considered as a crop. So one you were cultivating in a large scale, that is considered to be the crops. For example, crop of wheat means that all the plants grown in a field are that of wheat. Only when we cultivate only the wheat, so that is called crops. The products obtained by crops are called produce. Types of crops. So based on the season, we are differentiating the crops are into two types. So what are they? One is Kharif, another one is Rabi. So Kharif crops is nothing but summer crops when you are cultivating the crops in summer season. So that refers to Kharif. And when you are cultivating the seeds, when you are cultivating the crops in winter, that is called Rabi crops. So let us study Kharif crops. Kharif crops are grown during summer between June, July and harvested by September or October. For example, rice, groundnut, maize, cotton, pulse or some common Kharif crops. So next we study about Rabi crops. So Rabi crops are grown in the winter between October and November and harvested by March or April. So wheat, barley, mustard, potato and peas are some common example for Rabi crops. Agricultural practice. So what is meant by agricultural practice? The recent progress in agriculture was taught farmers to cultivate crops in a systematic way. The tasks that a farmer follows are called agricultural practices. Next we study agriculture implements. So agriculture implements are those tools that help in agriculture and they are very necessary for agriculture. For example, plough, hoe, seed drill and cultivator are best example for the agriculture implements. So first we study about plough. So here you can see the diagrammatic, so that represent the plough. It is made up of wood and drawn by a pair of bulls or any other animals. So mostly we use bulls. Okay, in agriculture field mostly we use bulls. Ploughing is defined as loosening and turning of soil, which is done by plough. So why we are using this plough? Because we have to, when you are ready, when you set when you are ready for the setup to cultivate the crop, so what happen, you should need a plough, so to loosen the and turning of the soils. Okay, so that will be done by this method called plough, which is used by animal called bull. It is used for tilling, adding fertilizer, removing seeds, etc. So these are the three functions which is used in the plough. Hoe. It consists of long rod of wood. A strong broad plate of iron is fixed to one of its ends and work like blade. Okay, so one of the again which is wooden side, there you can handle it. Okay, handle it by your hands, and other side is works with like a blade. Okay, so it is also pulled by animals. It is used for removing weeds and for loosening soil. Here what is the term refer weeds? Weeds is like unnecessary plant. Okay, when you're cultivating the crop like wheat, some other plants, okay, some other plants other than the wheat category, so that is considered weeds. Cultivator. So this is one of the another agricultural element. So when plough is attached to a tractor is called cultivator. It saves time and labor. Okay, so what happened? So this is like a blade. Okay, so this is also helps to harvest the crop. Seed drill. It is used for sowing seeds. In a seed drill, an iron tube with a funnel is placed at the top. Seeds are put in the funnel and then released in the soil furrows. It saves time and seeds are sown at the right depth. So this is the efficient method for practicing agriculture. So seed drill is another one of the method which is used in the agriculture implement like seed drill. So this is used to what? So what happened? When we sow the seed, what is the procedure normally in natural method? We want to dig the soil. So this instrument is used to what? Sow the seeds, and where the iron tube is like a funnel shaped iron tube which we fixed at the top. So based on in the funnel shaped tube, what happen? You can put the seeds into that. So when then the seeds in the soil furrows, and it saves times also. So the seeds are also equally sow into the field. So this is the efficient method for practicing agriculture. So these are the agriculture implements we used in the agriculture fields. Thank you.